Men, here's the reality. Most don't face until they've already paid the price. The wrong woman won't attack you head on. She will erode you, grain by grain, until your confidence, focus, and peace are shadows of what they were. And the danger isn't always obvious. Chaos often arrives smiling. Strong men end up in weak relationships because they mistake intensity for intimacy, drama for passion, and a persistence for love. You do not need to collapse to learn. There are patterns, clear, repeatable, verifiable, that tell you exactly who you're dealing with. Learn them, and you stop wasting your life on the wrong story. Today we're going to walk through 6 high-risk patterns that signal a low-value partner, plus what to do in the moment, how to test for change, and when to walk away. If any of this hits close to home, don't ignore it. Your future self is begging you to listen. 1. She thrives on drama and calls. It's chemistry pattern. Calm makes her restless. If there's no wind, she creates a storm. Tiny misunderstandings become trials. Simple boundaries become betrayals. She accuses without evidence, withdraws to make you chase, and treats reconciliation like a reward. What it feels like for you. You're hyper-vigilant. You rehearse your words. You minimize your needs to keep the peace. It's not love. It's survival. Your nervous system is living in her cycle of spikes and crashes. The psychology. Some people equate stillness with danger because chaos is familiar. Adrenaline feels like connection, so peace feels like emptiness. Without awareness, they manufacture tension to feel alive. Counter move. Don't feed the fire. Refuse reactive arguments. I don't fight when we're escalated. We'll talk when we're calm. Document patterns. The mind forgets. A journal doesn't. Offer one invitation to real repair. Clear request. Plus, clear boundary. If she rejects calm 3 times, believe the data. Exit criteria. When peace requires you to vanish your needs, the relationship is a cage. 2. She's addicted to validation, not intimacy pattern. Every moment is staged for an audience. Approval from strangers outweighs respect from you. Compliments are inhaled and forgotten. Today's reassurance becomes tomorrow's craving. What it feels like for you. You're present, but you feel invisible. You're in a relationship with her and with her reflection. Your love never lands because the target keeps moving. The psychology. A shaky sense of self turns the social feed into a slot machine. Intermittent dopamine rewards breed compulsion. No single partner can outgive a crowd. Counter move. Praise character, not performance. Refuse to co-sign attention-seeking that disrespects the relationship. Set a boundary with standards, not shame. I'm not comfortable with us marketing our private life. Watch for reciprocity. Does she invest in the relationship when no one is watching? Exit criteria. If public validation consistently outranks private loyalty, you're a prop. Walk. 3. She has no accountability, only excuses. Pattern. Nothing is her fault. Broken promises are misunderstandings. Disrespect is your overreaction. She starts fires and hands you the extinguisher, then blames you for the smoke. What it feels like for you. You defend yourself against things you didn't do. Over time, you apologize just to end the conflict. Your self-trust erodes. The psychology. Without accountability, there is no learning loop. If the story always absolves her, the behavior never changes, and you become the designated villain. Counter move. Replace arguments with agreements. Here's what happened. Here's what I need going forward. Can you commit to that? Require repair, not remorse. I'm sorry is noise. Changed behavior is signal. Track patterns across time, not promises across days. Exit criteria. 3 cycles of the same offense. Plus, blame shift. Accept decision, not debate. Respect yourself enough to choose peace. 4. She uses emotional manipulation. Instead of communication pattern, silent treatment, sulking, weaponized tears, selective affection. She doesn't ask. She withholds. She doesn't state needs. She punishes. You're trained to solve moods you didn't create. What it feels like for you. You walk on emotional eggshells. Keeping her happy replaces truth. Your life shrinks to avoid triggering the next freeze. The psychology, guilt, and ambiguity are control mechanisms. If she can make you responsible for her feelings, she can direct your behavior without ever making a clear request. Counter move. Name the dynamic calmly. I won't guess. If there's a need, say it. If there's a boundary, state it. Keep your plans. Do not reward withdrawal by abandoning yourself. Model healthy repair. Clear, specific, time-bound. Exit criteria. If clarity is refused and manipulation continues, you're being conditioned, not loved. 5. She has no long-term vision, and you're the safety net pattern. Go with the flow becomes a lifestyle of bills, drama, and detours. Jobs rotate, budgets leak, everything is urgent, nothing is planned. What it feels like for you. You finance spontaneity and subsidize consequences. Your goals stall because you're constantly patching holes you didn't make. The psychology. Avoidance of structure often masks fear of responsibility. Without a future orientation, short-term thrills cannibalize long-term stability. Counter move. Invite a joint picture. Values, goals, budget, calendar. Separate compassion from enablement. Help with plans, not bailouts. Watch for durable effort, 90+ days, not motivational speeches. Exit criteria. If responsibility feels like insult to her freedom, you're signing up for a lifetime of rescue missions. Don't. 6. She competes with your masculinity. Instead of complementing it, pattern. Every boundary becomes control. Every decision becomes a power struggle. Leadership is attacked as toxic, though you're calm, consistent, and accountable. What it feels like for you. You shrink to keep peace. You second-guess your instincts. Your edge dulls. Your purpose blurs. The psychology. Old wounds and adversarial scripts can turn partnership into rivalry. In rivalry, your strength is experienced as a threat, not a gift. Countermove. Keep leading without apology. Clear plans. Open feedback. Shared wins. Distinguish equality from sameness. Roles can differ and still be equal in dignity. Refuse the tug of war. I won't fight for control. I'll build with a partner. Exit criteria. If your nature must be muted for the relationship to exist, the relationship is extracting your identity. Leave before you forget who you are. Field guide. How to test, train, and if needed, terminate. 1. Baseline yourself first. Sleep, train, eat clean. No compulsive scrolling. Mission on paper. A regulated man reads situations accurately. 2. Shift to data, not drama. Here's the pattern I see. Here's how it affects me. Here's the standard. 3. Offer one clear path to repair. Measurable, time-bound, mutual, no fog. 4. Watch behavior over 30, 60, 90 days. Consistency is the only apology that counts. 5. Protect your non-negotiables. Peace, respect, accountability, shared direction. If any are chronically missing, your decision is made. 6. Exit cleanly. No monologues. No character assassination. This isn't aligned. I'm choosing peace. Then protect no contact like oxygen. What a high-value woman looks like. so you don't become cynical. Accountable. I was wrong. Here's how I'm making it right. Regulate it. Handles stress without detonating the room. Reciprocal. Gives privately what she expects publicly. Future-minded. Plans. Budgets. Builds. Cooperative strength. Respects masculine leadership and brings her own. Protective of peace. Values. Calm over chaos. Truth over sensation. When you meet this kind of woman, you won't feel smaller. You'll feel sharper. Not drained, but directed. Final word. Guard the man. You're becoming. A relationship should be a refuge, not a battlefield. If you constantly brace for impact, you're not in love. You're in captivity. You cannot fix someone who refuses mirrors. You cannot build with someone who mocks structure. And you cannot keep shrinking your masculinity to fit inside another person's fear. The strongest men aren't the ones who endured the most punishment. The strongest men choose peace, early, clearly, and without apology. Your focus, your confidence, your purpose, your masculine edge, that is your power. Guard it like your future depends on it, because it does. If these patterns rang true, take action. Audit your relationship against these 6 markers. Have the hard conversation once, calmly and concretely. If the pattern persists, leave clean and do not return. Rebuild your body, your mission, your circle, your standards. Stay strong, stay clear, and never settle for a life where your peace must die for love to live.